In this video, we are going to go over how to name simple alkanes. So on the right, those are the 10 names you need to know. Methane has 1 carbon, ethane is 2, propane is 3, butane has 4 carbons, pentane has 5, and so forth. So when you're naming organic molecules like this, you need to know that every endpoint represents a carbon. So this is a carbon here, that's a carbon, that's a carbon, and so forth. The first thing you want to do is count the longest chain. You want to identify the longest chain and count it. So we're going to count starting from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 corresponds to pentane. So that's going to be the parent name, pentane. Now we have a substituent, which is a carbon atom right here. And as a substituent, one carbon is methane, but as a substituent, we're going to call it methyl. And it's on carbon 2. So we're going to say 2-methyl pentane. So that's how you would name this particular alkane. So let's try another example. Just keep this in mind. If you need to refer to it, just rewind, just play back, and you can look back at it. Alright, go ahead and try to name this compound. You can pause the video if you want. Now here's a question for you. Which side should we begin counting? Should we start counting from the left or from the right? Well, let's try it both ways. If we count from the left, our substituents would be at 4 and 5. Now, if we count from the right, our 2 substituents will be 3 and 4. You want to count in a way where you get the lower number of substituents. So we need to count from right to left. We have a methyl at carbon 3 and a methyl at carbon 4. So first, we need to identify the parent chain. We have 7 carbons in the longest chain, and so that's going to be heptane. And we have 2 methyl groups at 3 and 4. So the way we're going to name it is we're going to say 3, 4. Use the comma to separate the numbers. Dash dimethyl because there's 2 methyls, and heptane. So that's how you name that particular alkane. Let's try another example. So how can we name this alkane? Should we begin counting from the left or from the right? Now, if we count starting from the left, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 2 substituents at 4 and 6. If we count starting from the right, we also have 2 substituents at 4 and 6. So it doesn't matter which way we should count for this particular alkane. Well, on the left side we have methyl, and on the right side we have an ethyl. Now, whenever you have a methyl and an ethyl, if you have 2 or more different substituents, you want to alphabetize them. So we want to start counting from the right side to the left because E comes before M. So we're going to use the blue numbers. So first we need to identify the parent chain, which has 9 carbons. So we're going to call it nonane. Nonane represents 9. Next, we need to alphabetize our substituents. So we're going to start with 4-ethyl dash 6-methyl nonane. This is the more proper way of writing this particular alkane instead of saying as opposed to 6-ethyl 4-methyl. We don't want to write it that way. So whenever you're writing out the name of an alkane, you want to make sure you alphabetize the substituents, and if possible, you want to make sure your number increases, or it's ranked in increasing order.